We continue now with the Compass and Voice Bibles, which are exactly the same in translation and layout, but different in other ways. But first, we will show you some similarities, which are interesting. First of all, we will take the Compass Bible, and we are in book of Joshua in the Old Testament. It's one of the early books in the Old Testament. And we're in chapter 15, where there's a conflict between different people in this area of the Israeli uh, places, where conquest of territory is important. Now, when someone speaks, as I told you before, it will show you who is speaking. And in this case, in this book here, in the Compass Bible, it says, now this is Caleb, Kaleb. Whoever attacks and captures Karath Segar will receive her daughter Ashra as his wife. Now, then you will see Caleb and Ashra both talking back and forth. So if you look at this carefully, right here where I'm pointing, you will see Caleb named and Ashra named because they are talking back and forth. You see? And then there was also, here is that in-text note, which I will read you now, that helps to make this more clear. As I said before, it gives you more understanding of what's going on here. So that in-text note says, Kashra Sefer had originally been conquered by Joshua, but it was retaken by the Canaanites. Now Caleb must go back and attack the city once more. So that's what's going on. You see how that gives you detail, so you know what's going on here in this conversation between these two. And then, of course, as you turn the page and go to the next page, you get written out all that's going on right here in the text. So that's what actually happens in the text. And it's done by verse. Now, that's the Compass Bible. Now, here is the Voice Bible in the very same place. So you will see here, you'll notice, this is chapter 15. And right here, this is Caleb. And there he is talking back and forth. You will see right down here, he's talking back and forth to this woman right there. And there's the same internal note that I just read in the other. Now you can see they're exactly the same. There is no difference, except the print is different and so forth. By the way, there's another interesting thing about this that I will tell you. You will see now and then on the very bottom of the page in very small print, something written about the text. Now, for example, if I'm looking in the Voice Bible, and I am down into chapter 14, verse 9, it will say Deuteronomy 136. Or if I'm in chapter 15, verse 3, that's 14, verse 9, 15, verse 3, it says literally scorpion. Now, when they have translated it differently than what's literal, and it's very clear, then they will put that in there also so you can see the difference. Now, another thing that is different about these, I will show you, is that when you are going through the text and you are finished with the text itself, then it will give you other things to do with it. Now, for example, in the Compass Bible, it will give you readings of the Bible for Lent and Easter times. And then they will give you daily with God in Scripture. They will give you how to read it over the year. And this is the voice version. And then also what they'll have, which is quite helpful, is guide to the topical notes. Now, these are going by subject, as you can see. If I show you right here, these are going by subject. There's the subject, and there it is, and there is where you find it. So those are those in-text notes that I was telling you about. If you are looking for a note on a certain subject, let's say, and it's in Scripture in various places, that will also help you get a good idea of how it's used as a topic in various places, and then you get a good idea of what it's like. Now, this is what the voice version of it, okay? And then once that is finished with topics, then it says topical guide to the scripture. Now, this is a little bit different. This is topical guide to the scripture, is if you want scripture that deals with a certain topic, not a textual note, but a topic in scripture. This is a topical guide to scripture, which is in the Voice Bible right there. Then, once that is finished, you have what I would call some of the best Bible maps I have seen because of the way they describe them with measurements, everything about them, and what it's about right here. And it goes through many of them, and they are in beautiful color. And some of them have exact names of places and events that are going on in those places, as you can see right there. Now, this is the Voice Bible. And next one we'll do is the Compass Bible, and we will compare it with what we just did with the Voice Bible.